Now, how have advanced analytics and how have emerging technologies helped us? The thing is that we can now, I'm going to show you, I'm going to put this picture up just for a moment. I'm going to share my screen. Can you see the whole picture?
I think it's loading.
Okay.
I see your I
Yeah,
think
the
you're naked.
background.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know. It's winter. It feels like spring outside, and I've got an autumn picture up. I've got almost all the
We got the
seasons.
seasons covered.
But this is kind of what I wanted to put up for just a minute, and I'm just going to let it play. Do you see that?
Yep.
Yeah. What do you see there, Rob?
Oh, I see a bunch of points and lines coming together to form a cube.
That's exactly right. It's kind of like almost like somebody was build through these dots and
Yep.
these lines, kind of building a Rubik's cube, you know, a kind of a virtual Rubik's cube. But I love this because when you start to think about the modeling that Rejuvi has, this is a visual representation of a leader, a tailored to the leader and what they need kind of situation, right? Because one of the things that we know through all of our modeling is you can take a look at this cube and you can look at all those little synapses and you can start to understand where are the opportunities for this leader? Which of those dots are green because they're good to go and performing well? Which of those dots are actually red where they need some support? Right? And
Yep. Yep.
Rejuvi's reporting and analytics can give you a heat map in this Rubik's cubed kind of way. What does that do for people? What does that do for leaders? What that actually does is it helps every single leader to have a tailored understanding of what modern leadership looks like in a holistic way. And in addition, they can get a dimensional Rubik's Cube heat mapped to help them to specifically understand where do I need to feel good? Like
Mhm.
where can I stop worrying? You know, and where do I need to start worrying because I've got some weakness in that particular scenario. Right there, I'll stop sharing. Right there, that's the future, right? We no longer inside of organizations, from a leadership development perspective, from a modern leadership perspective, lead with the product and leave our leaders in scenarios where they're trying to figure out, okay, how do I grab something, you know, a piece of content, and then figure out how to plug it back into my real world. Modern leadership starts with a more holistic model of both the leader and the business. It has correlated the two and it creates this Rubik's Cube of information. And we can now give you this information back, you know, in a heat mapped way. Yeah, that's the future.
That's
Crazy.
fabulous.